1. Under normal conditions, a safe following distance between your car and the car ahead is 50 feet 1 car length 100 feet 3 second behind the vehicle you follow 2. You must obey instructions from school crossing guards. Unless you do not see any children present only during school hours at all times 3. Does this sign means lane ends ahead merging traffic ahead 1 lane ahead 4. When you enter traffic from a stop, away from the curb, you should drive slower than other traffic for 200 feet should wait for the first 2 vehicles to pass. Then drive into the lane need a large enough gap to get up to the speed of traffic 5. If you are parked parallel to the curb, you may get out of the car on the traffic side during the daytime when other drivers can see you when you will not interfere with oncoming vehicles when the traffic light at the closet intersection turns red if you use your 4-way flasher first 6. A person may legally ride in the back of a pickup truck when in secured seats and using approval safety belts. The back of the pickup is covered with a camper shell. The sides of the pickup bed are at least 24 inches high. 7. A white painted curb means loading zone for freight only, loading zone for passengers or mail only, loading zone for freight or passengers. 8. As you drive, you must turn your headlights on 1/2 hour before sunrise. All of the above when it is a bad weather and visibility is poor. 1/2 hour after sunset. 9. Tailgating other drivers, driving too close to their rear bumper, reduces collisions by preventing from being cut off, can frustrate other drivers and make them angry, cannot result in traffic violation. 10. You are crossing an intersection and an emergency vehicle is approaching with a siren and flashing lights. You should stop immediately in the intersection until it passes. Continue through the intersection. Pull to the right and stop. Pull to the right in the intersection and stop. 11. Which of these statements is true about drugs and driving is true? Only illegals. Drugs can impair your driving. Any prescription drug is safe to use if you don't feel drowsy. Even over-the-counter drugs can impair your driving. 12. Does this sign mean no-fly zone ahead? General information sign for an aircraft manufacturing plant. Low-flying aircraft warning. General information sign for an airport. 13. Why should you clean your windows and mirrors? It has no effect on either driving skills or judgment. It has no effect on judgment, but it harms driving skills. It harms both driving skills and judgment. It helps driving skills but harms your judgment. 14. If a traffic signal light is not working, you must stop, then proceed when safe. Stop before entering the intersection and let all other traffic go first. Slow down or stop, only if necessary. 15. When passing another vehicle, it is safe to return to your lane if you have passed the other vehicle's front bumper, cannot see the vehicle directly to your right, see the vehicle's headlights in your rear view mirror. 16. You just sold your vehicle. You must notify the DMV within ___ days. 5. 10-15-17. When passing another vehicle, it is safe to return to your lane if you cannot see the vehicle directly to your right, see the vehicle's headlights in your rear view mirror, have passed the other vehicle's front bumper. 18. What is the definition of defensive driving? Driver just below the speed limit in certain situations to improve your braking distance. Keep your eyes moving to look for possible hazards. All of the above. Keep your foot over your brake pedal when needed to reduce your reaction times. 19. The high occupancy vehicle lane is a special lane used by what kinds of vehicles? Road maintenance crew ahead, road stripping ahead, children's playground ahead, utility crew ahead. 20. A driver may be cited for a passenger not wearing a seat belt under what condition? Too much sleep the night before your trip, staring at the roadway for long periods of time, short trips on expressways, frequent rest stops. 21. You must yield the right-of-way to an emergency vehicle by driving near to the right edge of the road as possible and stopping. Stopping immediately, even if you are in an intersection. Moving into the right lane and driving slowly until it has passed. 22. Which way do you turn your front wheels to park downhill next to a curb? Intro the curb. Parallel to the curb. Away from the curb. 23. To see vehicles in your blind spot, you should check the inside rearview mirror, the outside rearview mirror, over your shoulders. 24. Always use your seat belt. Unless the vehicle was built before 1978. Unless you are in a limousine. When the vehicle is equipped with seat belts. 25. The driver ahead of you stops at a crosswalk. What should you do? Stop, then proceed when all the pedestrians have crossed. Change lanes, look carefully and pass the stopped vehicle. Cautiously pass the vehicle at 10 miles per hour or less. 26. You are driving on the freeway. The vehicle in front of you is a large truck. You should drive no more than 1 car length behind the truck so the driver can see you. Farther behind the truck than you would for a passenger vehicle. Closely behind the truck in bad weather because the driver can see farther ahead. 27. It is a very windy day. You are driving and a dust storm blows across the freeway, reducing your visibility. You should drive slower and turn on your headlights, interior lights, parking lights. 28. You may drive in a bike lane whenever bicyclists are not present. No more than 200 feet before making a right turn. If you drive slower than 15 miles per hour. 29. Certain roads are designated as safety-enhanced double fine zones. Fines for violations on these roads are affected how? Drivers going straight. No one. Drivers turning left. Drivers turning right. 30. A freeway on-ramp is marked with this white sign. Which of the following vehicles may use this lane? A convertible with an adult and 2 children. A carpool van containing only the driver. A sport utility vehicle containing an adult, child and family pet. 31. A flashing yellow traffic signal at an intersection means, slow down and be alert at the upcoming intersection. You should treat the signal like a stop sign. Stop. Yield to all cross traffic before crossing in the intersection. 32. If there is no crosswalk and you see a pedestrian crossing your lane, you should make sure the pedestrian can see you before proceeding. Cautiously drive around the pedestrian. Stop and let the pedestrian finish crossing. 33. When driving at night on a dimly lit street, you should drive slowly enough so you can stop within the area lighted by your headlights. Turn on your high-beam headlights to better see the vehicles ahead of you. Keep the instrument panel lights bright to be more visible to other drivers. 34. On a green arrow, you must yield to pedestrians only in the intersection. Yield to any vehicle, bicycle, or pedestrian in the intersection. Wait 4 seconds before proceeding. 35. You have just left an expressway and are starting to drive on an ordinary highway. You should check your speedometer to keep at the lower speed limit. Stay twice as far behind other cars. Check your tires for correct pressures. Change gradually to the lower speed limit. 36. Which of the following is not a way to safely share the road with light rail vehicles? When you reach the intersection. As soon as you see cars behind you. At least 100 feet before the turn. At least 50 feet before the turn.